All right. Need to turn the fan on. It's a little warm in here. All right. I had a really bad day yesterday. Hoping I have a better day today. So far, it's not looking great. Here comes some douchebag on a freaking. Sure, he's gonna ring the bell. He's on one of those little stupid Segway things. Dude's like 20. Sure he's working for some roofing company or something stupid like that. You're really just cruising around on your Segway. Isn't that what they call those? It's just the two wheels and a little seat. Just dumb. Hopefully he doesn't keep knocking and hanging out. Nobody's home, dude. Nobody's home. Go away. Go away. Get on your stupid little thing. Drive away. He's so cool. He doesn't even sit on it. He stands on it. What a dick. I don't like that guy. What happened? What happened yesterday? Nope. 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 So it's that one. Okay. Do 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 do. That's it. I don't know what happened. I gotta update this. What's up, Charlie? Yeah, in a shitty mood. I had a really bad day yesterday. Mentally, just a freaking nightmare. Oh no, let's turn that frown upside down. Exactly. That means a smile, I think. Yeah, just and not no particular reason, but I ended up just in a mood and a half yesterday. Today is a little better. I'm still kind of depressed. I also realized that I didn't put up my writing video this morning. I guess I'll do it after this. Just not doing great. But we're going to get some writing in. I have a short story I'm about halfway done with that I started this morning for Patreon and Substack for tomorrow. My short story. Something a little different. We'll see what happens. I got to figure out something to put in the products for today. Name a product. You don't have to be specific, just a kind of product kind of thing. And I will add it. Yesterday's I just uploaded with writing books. Cowboy hat, a perfect. So I save the one from the other day, from Monday. I don't know what happened there. The video is about depression. It's like I saw it coming. Cowboy hat it is. These things ain't cheap. Got $180 and stuff. This one from Walmart, $13.98. That's more my style. That's funny. There's Keith. So anyway, once I am done, then I will put up the writing video that I should have done at 11 a.m., but I was busy doing other stuff. Actually, I was busy writing, so I'm not going to apologize for that. I got no writing in yesterday, so. How about a sleep mask or foot massage? Don't those help with that? How I depression. Yep, Tom knows. Tom knows the name of the video. Yeah. How about a sleep mask or foot massage for what? For me? For the depression or for products to add? Sleep mask would drive me nuts. And do not touch my feet. My God, that is, I do not like anybody, even accidentally. I don't even like when the cat or a dog walks near my feet. It bothers me. I can't imagine. Yeah, those are some, and those are some good ones. And then I will add those in. Appreciate it. It's funny because you don't know what products anybody's going to click on. And then I just need products, random products that people click through and then buy something. Even if it's not that, they just buy something while they're on, because then I will hopefully get some kind of money. I get some kind of commission on that. So it works out. I'm doing actually pretty good with the commission stuff. Tom says, I've tried sleep masks. I always wind up ripping them off in my sleep. Yeah. I also sleep on my, I'm a snorer. And I also have learned when I'm snoring, and if it wakes me up, I just roll onto my stomach and bury my face in the pillow. And I think a sleep mask would get in the way. Do not touch my feet when I'm sleeping with a sleep mask on. That might be the worst night ever. Anyway, I'm finishing this short story. It's called Horrible Date. I'm about halfway done with it, I'm thinking. So I'm about 1,000 words, and it's probably going to be a little over 2,000 words. There's Lorraine. Lorraine in the house. Ladies, gentlemen, children of all ages. Yeah, so the goal is to finish this short story, couple pages should be done. Kind of know where it's going. Then get this up for tomorrow from Patreon and my Substack. And then try not to be as depressed today. I think it would be a good thing. I slept a lot yesterday, though. It was one of those depression days where, like, I got up in the morning, horrible night's sleep, lots of just nightmares and problems, and then at like 5 a.m, I get up and to go to the bathroom, and my brain says, "Hey, since you're up, what story are you going to work on after you're done with this book? You should be done with this book in about a month. What are you thinking about working on?" And I said, I don't know. I've never had to think about it. It's always just, I knew what the next 2 or 3 books were, but I've been working at this one for eventually an agent and a better publisher that I haven't thought about it. And then I started freaking out about that, and then I was wide awake. Then I made my coffee, which was very bitter, probably the worst coffee I've had in like a year or so that I've been doing these K-Cup things. And I don't know if it was just because I was in a mood, but and then I remember going back in the house. I shoot them out on the back, on the veranda. My wife came out with Alice, let Alice run around. The other dog is gone. Sunday, people came and took the other dog, so we don't have the other dog, which is also adding to my anxiety and depression. I figured once that dog was gone, I'd be better, but apparently not. Came in, and I'm like, I'm just going back to bed, and I did. I went back to bed, and then a couple times yesterday, I didn't write. I didn't really do much of anything. I just lied down in bed, read, and take like a 2-hour nap, and then get up, and then have some lunch, rinse and repeat. That was literally my day yesterday. Not good. Someone says less than a week before the fried apple pie. That should up. Yeah, Monday. I already said the show. You know what we're doing for dinner on Monday? McDonald's apple pie. And whatever else you want. I don't care. Sorry you're having a rough time, Armand. Thank you, Lorraine. I appreciate it. I hope you are doing well. We missed you. Speaking of missing people, Chad Lusky in the house. So there you go. So I'm caught up. I'm in a slightly better mood today, but I'm just, and then yesterday I was like, I got to do a video, and I'm like, well, it's actually next on the list is how I deal with depression. Perfect day to shoot that video. So I shot it yesterday, and then I was supposed to put it up at 11 this morning, and I totally forgot because my mind is all over the place, and I was writing. And so I was like, well, after this, we'll put that one up. So look for that one this afternoon. I'll be sure not to talk about women with fake mustaches or hats or any other one of your pet peeves. Yeah, and I have many pet peeves, as you know, Lorraine. Yeah, do not send me a picture of you with a fake mustache and a giant hat on. I will lose it. Hey, Shane, I'm glad to be back. Where the hell's Frank? Nope. No. It would be easier to say what peeves you don't have. I know. Frank still said I called Wawa sandwiches subs and not hoagies. I told Shelly that last night, and she's like, I don't know what the difference is. I'm like, the difference is Wawas are hoagies. She's like, yeah, I call it a sub. Like you and Tom don't know. You and Tom are ridiculous. Keith says you are all wrong. They are grinders. Hey, anybody got any of those mid Wednesdays? I don't know the difference in a sub or hoagie. It's a regional thing, but since Wawa is from Pennsylvania, it's hoagie. Hoagie, sub, grinder, on and on and on. It's all the same crap. You call whatever you're comfortable with. Except for Tom, you're not allowed to do that. Frank gets very upset at that. I read a thing yesterday about trying to distract myself from the depression that they did a study on Subway tuna sub, and there is no there is like hardly like 1% actual tuna in that sandwich. It's basically all weirdly processed stuff. It's like they've drained all the tuna out of the actual tuna. I thought, well, that's kind of weird. Sloppy Joe's sloppy Joe's. I'm not a big fan of sloppy Joe's, and I'm going to tell you why. Because my mother would make them all the time because we were poor. Frank says, so a sub is a sub and a hoagie is a hoagie, both of which are not grinders or po' boys. Oh, I consider po' boy in a different class. We can all agree that they are wicked good, though, right? Yeah, but without the mass hole accent, yeah. Ever heard a sandwich called a grinder? Thought that was an app. That's what Keith's talking about. Keith eats hoagies or subs while he's on Grinder. Frank says, I'm not upset. Wawa is upset. Yeah, they put, I saw they put Tom's picture on the wall this morning in all the Jacksonville locations. He's not allowed to eat there anymore. I thought a grinder was a type of burger. Grinder is a mass thing. What? Hoagies are not wicked pisses. Can you tell us about your experience on Grinder? What's the hot dog in Rhode Island? Soggies? Ugh, awful. Those stupid buns. Thanks to Grinder, I married a lesbian. There you go. There you go. Poor man. More like poor lesbian. Whoa. So nice, Charlie. It's nothing like the fantasy suggestion I have to refrain from what I really want to say. Being married to a lesbian would be awesome. You can just play video games and read books and not have to worry about all the icky stuff. There you go. That's literally exactly what it's like. You nailed it right on the head. Do 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 do. Or the good stuff on it. Oh man, I know, right? Men are just disgusting. Video games are the good stuff, Lorraine. The rest is gross. Yeah. Come on, Lorraine. Are you suggesting lesbians are incapable of being icky? No, he's suggesting they're incapable of playing video games. Everybody knows that. You ever seen a lesbian play video games? No, you have not. Nope. There you go. You crazy kids. That is insane, Chad. Insane. I played like 2 hours of Minecraft between my naps yesterday. I was like, I don't want to think about anything. I don't want to do anything. Went through my emails and I'm like, these people got to stop writing me messages. Leave me alone. 4,000 messages I got to send back. Sorry. Minecraft, I set it on peaceful mode. So there are no monsters. I just basically just make houses for the villagers. There's no pillagers. There's nobody killing anybody. Because the monsters always kill all your villagers no matter what you do. It's really annoying. So I play where all I'm doing is basically building stuff for the people, for my people. Oh, you know what? Let's add 3 more beds. Let's put a building up and add 3 more beds. It's a 2609 from A-Tar-E. Pinball machines were great though back in the day. Pinball machines were fun. Way back in the day. I like video games because growing up, we only had rocks and sticks to play with. Nice. Wish I had villagers, but the state tends to frown upon those type of things. Because you got to be a little more quiet about it. Maybe don't brag about it when you're hanging out at the strip club. Would it count as writing, Chad? Yeah, exactly. I'm with Lorraine. We only had dirt, rocks. Like I would have killed somebody to have some Twix. Twix. I do love a Twix. Twigs and sticks and rocks. You know what? They were still sticks, though. You can try to say all you want, but they were still sticks. Yesterday for lunch, I made ravioli. Not handmade ravioli, just ravioli. And I ate the entire bag because for me, part of depression is also eating too much. So I ate the entire bag of ravioli. I saved most of the sauce. So then today, for lunch, I made meatballs. Put them in the sauce, and I had some meatballs, but I didn't eat all the meatballs because I'm not as depressed as I was yesterday. Yeah, Twix and Six and Rocks. Yeah. Yes, I'm in peaceful mode, just building things and wandering around. Exactly. Yeah, peaceful mode is fun. Jay Wilburn would yell at me when I would play in peaceful mode back in the day. He would always be like, "No, you got to fight. You got to fight skeletons and zombies." It's like, "No, they kill all my people." The eating has nothing to do with it. I'm fat. That's what the eating has to do with it. So now I have like half a pot of meatballs left. But then I also had my wife buy 2 green peppers for me over the weekend. With the idea was I was gonna hollow them out. And green peppers, you know how hot those are in that Richter scale thing. 400,000 Scooble Tarek Scoobles. Hollow them out and bake them with some cheese steak and cheese and some onions, maybe. But maybe I'll do that tonight. My wife should be working late tonight. So maybe I'll make those tonight. Tom says, yeah, but there was also that one time Jay was trying to get into a boat and got killed by the zombie. Right? I remember that. Yeah. Meatball stuffed pepper. Is that a thing? Meatball stuffed peppers. Super meaty riff on stuffed peppers is cheesy, rich, and delicious. Add a big salad and call dinner done. I'm not adding a big salad. I didn't even think about that, Frank. You're a genius. Yeah, yeah, that Johnny Hotnuts guy. That's what I'm talking about. So everything you need to make ground beef stuffed peppers, bell peppers is the first thing on the list. If you toss a meatball into a hollowed out pepper, it is the thing. And these are like the small meatballs too. This says use Dijon mustard though. I can't use mustard. See this. Here's the thing though. They're like, oh, here's 400 steps to make meatballs. No. So they want you this one. They want you to cut the bell peppers in like rings. No, no. I just want to stick everything. I don't want to do rings. How is that stuffed peppers? Tom says stuff a salad into a hollowed out piece of bread, but don't call it a sandwich or a hoagie or a grinder. Meat pebbles. Fellas, do any of your wives play video games? My wife plays uh, games on her phone at night, all night. We don't. We're never even watching a show where she doesn't have her phone and she's playing Candy Crush or whatever the hell. I don't know whatever game she plays. Troy says my wife plays Fortnite every day. What do you put in your meatballs? Or one of those savages that buys frozen rubbery meatballs? No, I buy the good frozen meatballs. They're not rubbery at all, but they're the small ones. I said to my wife, don't buy the giant meatballs. She makes giant meatballs, which I love. Buy me the bag of the small ones. So I have those. My other son plays that. I just wondered if the video games was primarily male cave time. Lisa will help me in my video game if I need a second controller to earn a trophy. Teamwork makes the dream work. I like how there's 80,000 steps. See, this one is at least. You take the you cut the tops off of it. You know what I'm saying? This one's 60 minutes. 60 minutes. Well, I played EverQuest with me for a few years, and then when World of Warcraft came out, we played that for the first 6 years. Other than those, he's never really been a gamer. Two of three of my daughters are avid gamers. The other one, banned. She's not allowed to play any games. EverQuest, why not Castle Wolfenstein or Leisure Suit Larry? I played. Me and my son played EverQuest. I enjoyed that game. 2001. All right, I found it. Yeah, these are 30 minutes. All right, so I'm going to leave that recipe up. I got it. Somebody has to mention that they have a Mac. You also had you lost momentum. You also had a very, very big gap between book one and book two. Chess and Risk are the only games I have on my phone. I have it on my Kindle, but I haven't read it yet. Yeah, 6 year gap. Yeah. So I'm sure that didn't help. But if you can re energize that first book. Amazon ads don't make any sense. Yeah, you get that dip in the summer. You know, kids are home. People aren't don't have as much free time. You know, you got all these little brats running around. Yeah, Amazon ads are just tough. And of course, every course out there, every expert, all of the all of that is doesn't mean anything anymore because Amazon keeps changing the algorithm and everything. And it's all AI now. So the whole meta thing, it's all just backed up by AI stuff. So it doesn't really matter what you do. If you're not following their rules on it, they're like, yeah, well then we're not going to move any of your ads. Ooh. Yeah, it's always your fault, not their fault, because they're supposedly making billions of dollars, but they're not. Oh, that's awesome, Lorraine. Hopefully, somebody will grab it and read it and review it. Tom says, "We know who I'm talking about." Yeah. Oh, I know exactly who you were talking about. That little midget. I gotta slap him next time I see him. Talking so harshly to my wife. You know? Meeting after lunch. I've seen 3 ads so far. My part is done. Have a good day, all. Thank you, Keith. I will see you on Friday. Grinder appointment. Are there any decent subreddits for writing? I'm not on Reddit at all. The problem is, if you've done any ads 6 months ago or later, it has all completely changed. So now some of the tropical author people are basically like, you're running Amazon ads. Just let the AI do all of it, and they say they're not doing great, but they're doing decent with it. I'm like, I just don't want to spend the money. Now I know with Facebook ads that David Gogren guy has updated quite a few times to roll with what those AI changes are. Ooh, I don't know if you heard that, but that was my stomach. It was something going like that. For Chan. There's Haas. Probably the bag of ravioli processing through your innards. Yeah, pretty much. Last night I had it for dinner. I'm like, I don't want to make the meatballs. That's just too much food. I had a tuna on cinnamon raisin bagel, but unlike Subway, it was actual tuna. Oh, ravioli. It was this kid just driving around on a bicycle. I forget the kids are out of school now. Guess they've been out of school. I'm definitely going to finish this short story today, though. That's a definite. However, right now, I'm going to bed. You a square or circular ravioli? It doesn't matter. You know, they're all good. The square ones, I did not have them yesterday, but the square ones, my wife buys these non-frozen lobster stuffed raviolis. Those are friggin' delicious. I think she gets those from Publix. Those are really good. Yesterday I just had the meat stuffed. They were the little square ones. They weren't the giant ones. They were just little ones. It's ravioli. They're all delicious. It's like what it's like saying, "Oh, do you like round or square meatballs?" The triangle ones, delicious. All right, I'm back. Ugh. What did I miss? I miss a lot. I'm not going to reread everything. I'm going to read it out loud. I'm sorry to hear that, Haas. My wife took a class on making ravioli. Her and Jess. She made some for me. They were very good. That is also my nightmare, Lorraine. Hot yoga. The girl that works for my one of the girls who works for my wife, she's like this little skinny thing, and she does hot yoga and she does goat yoga. Nobody just does yoga anymore. Hot goat yoga. Can't imagine a scenario where you might be forced into doing hot yoga. I can think of 7 of them in my head right now. I think you know why I got up. Exactly. Tom, by the way, Amanda and her daughter will be here for 4th of July. So that should be interesting. Probably have about a dozen people here. My wife's like, "Oh, I'm going to make this. I'm going to make this." I'm like, "There's like 12 people coming. Don't make 47 different things." Tell everybody, don't nobody bring anything. I hate when people bring food. It's always some garbage I'm not going to eat. Wasted my time. Oh, yep, Shannon will be here. Without the beard, he shaved the beard off. Shannon had that crazy Fred Durst beard. That beard man looks, yeah, it was really creepy, weird looking. Cut most of my beard off yesterday, like just like part of, like half of it, like not all of it. Like I'm just gonna cut the left side. I hung out in high school with a guy, Gary Demanti, phenomenal guitar player, and we went to McDonald's one time. I probably got a piping hot apple pie on that visit. It was back in the mid '80s, and he showed up hanging out, and he had literally one side of his face shaved. We're like, Gary, what did you do? He's like, I got bored. I shaved half. I got bored. Okay. Fred Durst had a beard. Yeah, you didn't see the video of him, recent one with the giant all gray beard. That's what Shannon looked like. Ches has been thinking of cutting my beard and hair. Shave it all off, even your eyebrows. Completely shave your whole body down. Or don't do that. Beard shaving, haircuts, midlife crisis, midlife crisis. Mike Patton shaved half his head and made it work. There you go. Well, now it isn't even that good to begin with. Just doing the best I can with what I have to work with. I shave her heavily trim. Might not twist the ear just too hot. Yeah. You also got to watch out that sometimes the giraffes will grab you by the facial hair and drag you around the place, you know? The worst thing about haircuts is when the barber wants to talk to you. That's when you just go, habla, no habla. You're all like, donde este la shampoo? I don't even know what that means. Tom gets like 2 haircuts a year. The rest of them he just wears a hat. Ugh. I've had a monkey and a llama grab my beard before. Never. Did they do it together in tandem? Monkey grab one side, llama grab the other side, just pulling you apart. That would make a good video. That's what you need to film for YouTube. Chess, I haven't sat in a barber's chair in decades. Me neither. Neither. I was 23, so literally more than half of my life ago. I started. My hair was always thin, and I started losing. I got a bald spot on the back. I used to have a. So I had my very cool mullet in high school, and then after high school, because I worked outdoors, I would when it grew, I would pull it back into a ponytail and then do the Axl Rose bandana. And then we were going to somebody's wedding or something. And I went in to the barber. Barber's wife was the name of the establishment. Elaine Ravencraft would always cut my hair. And she said, you got a bald spot. And I said, what? I'm like, holy crap, I did, because I would always have my hair up. I'd have my hair in a ponytail. I never knew I had a big bald spot. And I was like, I never want to be the bald guy with a ponytail. Like, that is just a douchey look. So I was like, cut it off. She's like, what? I said, cut it. She's like, I'm not going to. I said, give me the clippers. I'll cut it off. Just shave my head. And then that was it. That was the last time I ever paid for a haircut or anything. I was like, you know what? Good enough. All the money I've saved. Charlie wasn't even born yet. Shut up, Charlie. Gotta go. I'm just thinking about 5 minutes. Yeah, Lorraine, hopefully we will see you on Friday. I'm gonna go about another 3-4 minutes myself, and then we're gonna end this because yeah, why not? Funny, Burt Michaels has spent his whole life trying to brand himself as the bandana guy. He is an actual Rose bandana because he wore once in an 80s music video. No, he wore it when we saw him at Nassau Coliseum with Skid Row opening. He wore the red bandana then too. So at least twice. There you go. Of course, Brett takes that off and then with all the fake hair sewn into it. Little Stevie has a bandana before. There's Little Stevie, who went to the same high school I did. So I think he went 16 years before I did. Goodness. Little Stevie is what Tom calls his penis. Well, Frank. Famous, I went to the same high school as my brother and sister. That is a crazy story. Yeah, Little Stevie grew up in Middletown, New Jersey. In fact, I remember as a kid people pointing at his house going, that's his house right there. It was on the way to school. And I was like, I don't know who that is. Oh, Springsteen? Yeah, I'm not a Springsteen fan. I'm listening to freaking Iron Maiden and Judas Priest, dude. Who cares about Springsteen? And that was me at 12 years old. That was me at 12 and also me now. Yeah. Miss Melania Trump has sent me there's a deposit, 15.5 million US dollars through Fed Bank in New York. And so I'm gonna be getting this money soon. Wonder who falls for this. Wonder what I'm gonna do with all that money. Well, you're gonna have to talk to Miss Trump. Apparently now she has it. The MondoCon would happen. I would just fly everybody into my private jet. Check would still drive. Hollywood, Florida. Those are the good agents. Because you know why? Hollywood, Florida agents, they can get you passes to Disney. All right, almost done with this story. I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to thank everybody for subscribing. I want to thank everybody for watching at least 30 seconds of each ad. That will help me get out of this depression. Probably another half a page on this short story will be done. But my stomach is making crazy noises again, and I think I'm going to wrap this up. Thanks everybody for hanging out. I will see everybody on hopefully a very positive Friday. So I will see you Friday. Have a good one. Oh, Nick.